Hello, class 5th. Today we will see for the chapter number 3 from your book English. Okay. Now, what is the name of the chapter? It is chapter number 3, and the name of the chapter is The Tug of War. What is the name of the chapter? The Tug of War. Okay. Now, what is tug of war? Have you ever been a part of one? In the book, in your book, page number 33, you can see a picture where 4 boys, two of them on the other side, either sides. They are pulling a rope. Okay, and this is called the tug of war. Okay. The picture given in your book shows the tug of war taking place between 2 pairs of boys. Okay. Now, why do the faces of the boys seem so strained? Because they are pulling the rope. They are trying to pull the rope from on their side. Okay. Same thing we are going to see in this chapter. It is one kind of a story, you can say. And here the tug of the war will be between the rhinoceros and hippopotamus. Okay. Who, you can say, challenges them for this tug of war? Okay. How does this tug of war happen? And what happens in the last? Who wins? The tug of war in this, there are 2 parts, there are 2 groups, you can say, okay? And it is won by somebody or the other. So, who wins the tug of war? Who wins the tug of war? In this chapter, we'll see that. Here in this lesson, we also have a rabbit, because of whom the tug of war begins, or the tug of war starts. Okay. So, let's move to the chapter and see what is there in our this story, tug of war. Page number 33, you have to pay attention on page number 33. Okay. One peaceful morning, a hare called Umandala, who lived by the Zambezi River, was bored. He felt like creating a bit of fun for himself, so he looked around to see what he could do. It gave him great pleasure to trouble other animals. Suddenly, he spotted 2 dignified old residents of the area, hippo and rhino. Okay? Dignified. What is dignified? Dignified means calm and serious. Okay? Now, here there is a hare. Hare means, you can say, rabbit. It is one kind of a species of rabbit. Okay? And his name is Umandala. Okay? Umandala. And they have also given us the place where did that rabbit live? Where did that hare live? That hare lived nearby the Zambezi River. Now, what did that hare like? That hare liked creating a bit of fun for himself. So, what did he used to do? He used to trouble other animals. For his pleasure, he used to trouble other animals. Okay. And for that, what did he? Now, he was searching some kind of a mischief for himself. So, he saw 2 dignified, means 2 silent, serious type animals were sitting there. Who were they? They were hippopotamus and rhinoceros. Okay. Residents of their area means they were living in that nearby Zambezi River. Hippo, although aware of his ugliness, was very proud of his strength. Now Umvandla mind was a treasure house of pranks. He hopped up to the river bank and called, "O mighty one, why do you say you are so strong? Even I, with my small size and thin legs, could beat you in a tug of war." Okay, so now what happened? Now he wanted to do some kind of mischief. So what did the rabbit do? What did Umanvila do? Umanvila, he saw the hippopotamus sitting silently. He went to hippopotamus and sent to hippopotamus, okay, that you are so mighty. Mighty means you are so big. Yes, obvious. Hippopotamus is bigger than a bigger animal than the rabbit. So Umanvila told hippopotamus that you are mighty one, you are so big one, okay, and that's why you are so strong. But I am a small animal, though I am a small animal. He wanted to say that though I am a small animal, I am also stronger and I can beat you in tug of war. Okay. Now the hippopotamus, he ignored Umanvila because he knew that I am a big animal. I am a big animal, and how could a rabbit beat me in tug of war? So he found the boosting of rabbit ridiculous. Okay. But the hare kept on pestering him. Pestering him means he kept on annoying him. He only wanted to challenge him because of his prank. Why was he doing so? Because he was of his prank, he was doing all these things. Okay. And at last, what did the hippo reply? The hippo replied in the hope of getting some peace and quiet, because now he was annoyed with whatever boosting the rabbit was doing. The hippo was annoyed with that. So what did the hippo do? Hippo replied in the hope that if I speak something or if I tell him to go away or tell him to be shut up, he would go away. So there would be peace and quietness. So he said that a tug of war, all right, I will show you my little long-eared nuisance. He just wanted the rabbit to go away from there. So he told rabbit, okay, that we will see, I'll do a tug of war with you. Okay. Now Umandwala danced with delight when he heard this, okay, that now hippo is ready for the tug of war. He became very happy. Now he pointed to an old rounded mound of earth beyond the river bank. I bet I would pull you out the water and even that termite hill. Now what did he tell? That he said that more the hare, rabbit told to the hippo that I will beat you and also pull you out of the water, because the hippo was sitting in the water. So he told to the hippo that I would naturally pull you out of the water. I am so much stronger than you. Okay, Umandwala then dashed off his braid a long strong rope. Then he came back and tied one end to hippo's hind leg, saying, when I say pull, then behind the hill you must pull with all your might, for I shall surely beat you. So now the tug war means, you can say the tug war started from one side. Okay. Now really what had happened? Really it was that Umandwala, he only wanted to play trick. In real, he was not going to do any kind of tug of war with neither the rhinoceros nor the hippopotamus. Okay. So what did he do? Challenging hippo, he just tied one end of the rope to the waist of hippo. Okay. And he said to hippopotamus that when I say pull, you should start the war, and you see that I will beat you in this war. Now hippo thought that Umandwala's foolishness had at last got the better of him. Okay, so he said nothing and settled down again in the water, because he know that whatever the rabbit was speaking was ridiculous, so he didn't pay attention on that. Now Umandwala took the other end of the rope and crept and went to the rhino. Okay, now where the old rhino was sleeping. So what did Umandwala do? First he picked up some small ants, red ants, and put it into and dropped that ants into rhinoceros ears. Okay, and after that he climbed on the back of rhinoceros. Now when the ants were put in rhinoceros ears, rhinoceros immediately, what happened? The rhino awoke with the grunt and shook his head, because there were ants in his ear, so he shook his head and he got up. Okay, and started scratching his ears. So here now he had got one competitor was there with the rabbit, it was the hippo, and now he needed a second one, and now that is the rhino. Okay, so he put some ants in the ears of the sleeping rhino. Okay, and when the rhino woke up, why did Umandwala do this? Why did he harass the sleeping rhino? Because only for his fun, as we have seen in the starting of the chapter, that he only did this because of his fun. He only wanted to make fun, that's why. Okay, now when the rhino woke up, what happened? I was just coming here to warn you that the ant's nest, when the rhino woke up, what did Umandwala say? Umandwala said that I have come here to only warn you that there is an ant nest and the ants are going to harass you. Now can I remove the ants from your ears? Because my legs are very small, so I can't. Okay. And saying this, saying this means he just wanted now to challenge the rhino. That's why he said that, again he said here the same thing which he told the hippo, that my legs are very small but they are very strong, and so I challenge you for the tug of war, and I bet you that I can pull you right into this ant hill and into the river. So with this he is again challenging the rhino. First he challenged the hippo. He had tied a rope in the waist of the hippo. Okay, now he needed the other animal to pull the rope for the tug of the war. For the war he needed two animals. So first he got the hippo and the second is the rhino. Okay, so he again challenged the rhino. Now the old rhino snored with laughter. Okay, but at last he too was pestered into playing Umandwala's game. So the hare tied the rope to the rhino's hind legs. Okay, and then he hurried. Now what did he do? He tied one side of the rope to the hippo and other side of the rope to the rhino. Now he went behind the hill and he said the same thing to the rhino also, that when I say pull, you start pulling the rope. Now doing all these things, what happened? The hippo now Umandwala was ready for the tug of war, because both of the ends of the rope were tied to hippo and rhino. But one main thing, my dears, what are hippo and rhino thinking here? Here hippo and rhino are thinking that they have the tug of war with the rabbit. They don't know that the tug of war is between them two. Okay, this is the fun what the rabbit was doing. Okay, so what did he do? He tied one end of the rope to the hind legs of hippo and other end to the hind legs of the rhino. Okay, but both rhino and hippo did not know that they are having the tug of war with each other. They only knew that the tug of war, their tug of war is with the rabbit. Okay, Now saying to this, what did the, after tying the rope to both of the animals, okay, what did the rabbit do? He hid himself behind the hill, and sitting behind the hill, what did he do? He shouted, pull. So as soon as he said pull, by now the ants had begun to bite inside the rhino's ear. Okay, now when the ants were biting the rhino in his ears, there was a bellow of pain. Yes, when the ants bite, you get a pain. So same thing happened with the rhino also. Okay, now when the ants were biting with this, the rhino got charged. Charged means now he started running. But here on the other end, the rhino was tied with whom? With the hippo. Okay, now the poor hippo was sleeping because he had forgotten about Umandwala. He was not at all interested in that. He only wanted peace and quietness. So that's why he did not pay attention on any of the talks of Umandwala. So the hippo had literally forgot about Umandwala. Okay, further what happened? Further, before the hippo could understand anything, he was dragged out of the river, because the hippo, after listening to Umandwala, he just ignored him and slept in the river. Okay, and he literally forgot about Umandwala. Okay, he forgot about Umandwala. He was dozing peacefully in the pool. Okay, when all of a sudden a hard tug means a hard pull was there, and he was pulled out of the river. Okay, hippo was pulled out of the river. Now there was a sudden hard tug on his hind legs. Now before he could knew anything, he was dragged out of the river and half up to the hill. Okay, now here hippo was pulling the rope from one side, and other side the rhino was pulling. Rhino and hippo pulled and tugged the rope with all their might. Okay, but then too still they didn't know that their rope was pulled by each other. They were thinking that they are having the tug of war with the rabbit, but it wasn't true. The rabbit was playing a trick with them. Okay, and they were unknown of this. Now when the hippo understood, okay, when the hippo realized what was happening, he dug his heels and gave a mighty heave. Okay, now what is heave? H-E-A-V-E. Heave means to pull, raise or move. Okay, by howling on rope or ropes. Okay. Okay, now here both of the animals were pulling each other. Each of the powerful animals trained their muscles and worked themselves into a fine fury. And looking to this tug of war, the Umandwala laughed so much that he fell over and went rolling down the side of the ant hill. Okay, rolling down the side of the ant hill, and when he rolled down and reached the ant hill, the hippo and rhino both saw Umandwala, and they understood that they had been tricked by the rabbit. Okay, but still they were continuing to pull each other. Still they were continuing to pull each other. Okay, and with this tug, okay, the rope broke and both of the animals fell into the water. Okay, then hippo and rhino both realized that Umandwala had tricked them. But now nothing could happen. Only one thing can be done, could be done, and that was they can roar with anger and charged after. Charged means they ran after Umandwala. Okay, but now the hippo and rhino are huge animals. They are heavy animals, you can say. Okay, and rabbit is a small animal, so it can run much faster than the hippo and rhino. Okay, so now as hippo and rhino charged behind Umandwala waited until the last possible moment and then he skipped out of the way. Okay, now hippo and rhino were running so fast that they were tied with each other. Right, now they were running so fast that they literally had a crash with each other, and with this crash with each other they hurt themselves. Okay, they hurt themselves, and after this the hurting also they fought with each other. Now Umandwala was still, means standing far, he was still looking at them. Now when Umandwala realized that now the game is over, the tug of war is over, he jumped and sped off into the bushes. Sped means it is a third form of speed. Okay, now when Umandwala saw that the war is been over, the tug of war is over, now there is no more interest left. So what did he do? He jumped up and went in a good speed, he ran into the bushes. Okay, now why did he run into the bushes? Now he was eagerly waiting that what trick he had done with hippo and rhino. He wanted to tell these two other animals that how he had made fools of the hippo and rhino. And why were hippo and rhino running behind Umandwala the rabbit? Because they didn't wanted the rabbit to tell other animals about their foolishness. So that's why they were charging behind him. Okay, now today also, on today also, rhino thinks that the little ants are still there in his ears. And some people still say that the ants are so far down that they still live in the brain of rhino, and that's why the eyes of the rhino are red. It is been said so by the other people. Okay, but that is not at all true, and that is why it is also been said that because the ants are still there in the rhino's brain or rhino's ears, that is why rhino is so tempered. Tempers means hot tempered, gets angry very soon. Okay, and for hippo it is been said that you will still find the hippo near the river banks only. And why do you find him mostly near the river banks? Because it is being said that he is still hoping to find that mischievous rabbit and throw him to the hungry crocodiles. So this is the story about tug of war that was started by Umandwala when he challenged the two animals, hippo and rhino. Okay, now if you move further to read about, okay, means if you see this tug of war, if you search more about tug of war, you would get different kind of stories in this. Okay, when I was searching the story for you, this tug of war, I went through some 2-3 stories which were similar to this, though the name of the story was the same, the tug of war. But in this, when we have two animals, rhino and hippo, and when you move further, start searching further, you would see there is story about hippo and elephant also. Okay, the rabbit is the same character in that, but the hippo and rhino will change into elephant and hippo. Okay, so many types of stories are there, but the name of the story is the same, the great tug of war. Okay, and our chapter's name is the tug of the war, the tug of war. Okay, but here now we have understood, I hope you have understood what is the story about. There is a rabbit who challenges the rhino and hippo for the tug of war. Okay, and how does he make fun of them and make them foolish. Fine, let's move to the word meanings. First word, dignified. Dignified means calm and serious, deserving respect. Calm and serious, deserving respect. Next, ridiculous. Ridiculous means extremely silly or unreasonable. Dignified. What is the spelling of dignified? Dignified. Dignified. Okay. Pestering. Pestering. Pestering means to annoy someone. Annoying someone, you can say. Okay. Taunted. Taunted. Taunted means challenge. But in what way? In an insulting remarks. With insulting remarks, when you challenge someone, that is being called taunted. Pretense. Pretense means an attempt to make something that is not the case appear true. Okay? When something which you are trying to show does not appear true, it has been said pretense. Unsuspecting. Unsuspecting. Unsuspecting means not aware of the presence of danger. When you are not aware that what kind of danger is going to be there, that is called unsuspecting. Again, in earnest. What is in earnest? With great seriousness, you can say. Okay, grumbled. Grumbled. Grumbled means complain about something in a very bad tempered way, where the hippo grumbled because he didn't wanted to hear the nuisance talk of the rabbit, but the rabbit was trying to. So when the hippo replied, he grumbled, we can say. Okay. Cranky. Eccentric or strange. Cranky. Heave, pull, raise or move by howling on a rope or ropes. Okay, so these were the word meanings. You have to note down the word meanings in your notebook, my dears. Okay, worksheet, I'll give you soon the worksheet of this chapter. Note down the word meanings, read the chapter, okay, so that you will understand the story more easily. Take care of your health. Bye.